I want to ask this question. Why is it that there are more greater number of married men that die in the process of their marriage? And a lot of people have failed to ask questions. Why is it that our women live much more longer than the men? It's a question that a lot of people need to understand how these things function. You know, there's one thing about man. Man believes in power. And what is power? Power is a kind of ability that is within each and every one of us. That what we can be able to do with our physical hands. Power is not controlling other people. When you think you possess a high level of power, it's not controlling other people. Power is when you are in control of yourself. So power is controlling yourself. So you look at the man. The man are seen as the masculine, the people that possess a physical strength. They can do some physical things that women cannot do. The women are the feminine. Talking about the feminine, they are the weak species, the weak race. But the question is, upon this power, so many men die before their wives. So this is the essence, the reason why I want to come up with this teaching. Anytime you're trying to control other people, the first sign you need to see is that you have entirely gone out of control. Because you cannot control other people. Life is not all about owning people unto yourself. Life is all about adding that which you possess, that which you have in the life of other people. So when you're trying to control other people, it simply means you have gone out of control. Controlling other people is what weak people do, or what weak people think power look like. Weak people think that controlling other people is what power look like. Man was not designed to be controlled. Man was designed to be led. That's why in our life, we are designed to lead and to live. So I want to talk on the topic that says secrets of a woman that you do not know. And this secret is what keeps a lot of people like us going. But so many men do not know. You know, you can see that some men shout on their wives. They shout or threats. You see, they think that their shouting or their threatening can frighten their wife. You know, you cannot frighten a woman by shouting on her. You cannot frighten a woman by threatening her. Because there's one thing about women that you do not know. Your shout or your threats cannot frighten your wife. This is one thing you need to know. Why am I saying this? Each time you shout, when you shout, you're kind of bringing the physical strength of yours, trying to see if you can cow her to submission. But it never worked this way. So there's one thing about women. Each time you shout based on emotion. At this point, women will tune their mind into the supernatural. They become conscious. And when they become conscious, they become spiritual. And you know that it is the spiritual that controls the physical. And when a woman becomes conscious, there's something about them that the moment they become conscious, they become more powerful. So when you're shouting at your wife, you're giving away your power without knowing. This is one thing about women. Each time you shout, there's one thing about them. You're giving away your power without knowing. Your threat makes her stronger. A lot of men have failed to understand this. This is the uniqueness of a woman. Each time you shout and you're threatening her, you make her stronger without you knowing. Most men believe that when a woman is threatened, you can subdue her. You cannot subdue a woman by measure of threat. These are not methods. I want you to understand this. I have told you that 99.0% of things that happen to your life is by your own making. So many times we have turned our wives to becoming the devil we see, which is not the truth. Each thing that happened to us, we are the contributor. We are the ones that create these things. You can imagine that most men, as they are leaving their home without talking to their wives, they are moving along the way. All they are thinking about is that woman. You can see how precious that they are to you. So the moment you begin to engage in this kind of assignment, you are turning your intelligence against yourself. And you think the woman is a problem. There's no perfect woman. That's the truth. The strength of a woman is the strength of a lion. A lot of people do not understand. Because most men believe that when a woman is threatened, she gets subdued. No, you cannot subdue a woman by threat. You cannot. You cannot change a woman by terrifying her. Women are not changed by fear. Say, this woman, I want to make her afraid so that she will fear me. No. Women can never be afraid of a man. This is one thing you need to know. But when we begin to display our muscle, it is as assuming that we can break them. I want to use Samson as a case study. You can see the strength of Samson. Most powerful men on this earth is being destroyed by women upon their weakness, as we assume. But have you spent time to ask yourself, how can I, being the man, subdue a woman that slept in her womb for 9 months? I suck her breast. She's the first face you behold as a human being. But today you are thinking you can turn the hand of the time against the nature. It's not possible. So you really need to understand that women are not changed by fear. When you're trying to terrify them, you are the lion of the house. Once you come back to the house, everybody will start scampering for safety. That's not, you are not the man. You are only a fool deceiving yourself. So if only you can listen to this teaching, is going to help you in order to do what? In order to make a more better home. A woman may be quiet when a man is shouting at her, but she's not quiet inside. She's not quiet inside of her. As a matter of fact, she may be quiet physically, but when a man shouts, you see, she becomes quiet. That does not mean you have overcome her. That does not mean you have defeated her. Her calmness is a sign of strength. Her calmness is a sign of strength. I'll give you reasons for you to understand what I'm talking about. When a woman is quiet, she's only but evaluating the man's weakness. When a woman is quiet, she's evaluating the man's weakness and how to subdue him. Are you hearing me now? So do not take her quietness, her calmness for granted, for crying out loud. Do not take her calmness or quietness for granted. Because each time you see her remaining calm, she's only evaluating your weakness and how to subdue you. I want you to listen to the second episode of this program. I remain your brother, Rabbi Chinedu. Thank you very much.